Welcome to Cali's Take. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you get the newest content first. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. I was reading SBNation.com and they were saying on there that the Clippers basically look lazy and they look hopeless. And, I have to agree. You heard me in my last video, the rant that I went on. The Clippers just don't look good. And, Kawhi Leonard speaks, it speaks for itself when you hear Kawhi Leonard say things that he's saying. John Wall's not happy. And Ty Lue looks confused in regards to coaching. I mean, it seems like ever since Ty Lue actually signed with Clutch Sports, it seems like he forgot how to coach to me. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that, or that might just be a coincidence or just something in my head, but it just seems that way for some reason. And we all know who Clutch Sports is or who's a part of that on the Lakers there, so we're not going to get into that too much. But regardless of, things are not right with the Clippers. I don't know if it's something internal in the locker room or just, players not getting along with the coaches, or just the game plan in general. Everybody's not buying. And it just seems like to me that Ty Lue is losing this team rather than gaining their interest and allowing them to flourish along with his coaching ability to make them a better team that a lot of people project them to be this year. And if that's the case, then the Clippers are in trouble. But the good thing is, as I said, the Clippers have time to get it right. They have another 30, 40 games to get it right. And they have another 30, 40 games for Kawhi Leonard to get healthier along with Paul George to make a run. But just because they're healthier doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I mean, a lot has to go right to win a championship. There has to be some luck in there. You have to have great players. You got to have good role players. You got to have good coaching. And everybody has to be on the same page, almost like, cohesiveness. One thing I keep talking about in every video that the Clippers don't seem to have or don't seem to be getting anytime soon. So my point is, when I look at them on defense, they look very lazy and lackadaisical. SB Nation is completely right. Their defensive their defense rank is very low this year, lower than what it should be. And on top of that, their three-pointers in a lot of games, they live and die by the three for some reason as a team, and it just doesn't work out for them. They're not the Warriors. They're not, any one of those teams who, play with better ball movement, better passing, better understanding of, what's asked of them on the court when they're out there. The Clippers just jack up a lot of threes and just hope they go in. And if they don't, they keep shooting them until they shoot themselves in the foot. The Clippers lost, I think, last year by 50 against the Dallas Mavericks, which was like an all-time low. And then, you get blown out by the Nuggets, which a lot of people are making more out of than what it should be. Because, it's just one game. We all know that. But the Clippers have looked bad for the last several games, You got 10, 11, 12-point leads, 20-point leads. You're blowing them in the fourth quarter, letting teams come back to beat you that shouldn't be beating you, that you should be winning those games. And it just looks bad, and it's making the whole team look like, they're a joke rather than a contender. And I know they're a good team. We know they got good pieces. We know all around they're a good team, but they're just not showing it. And that is due to lack of playing. Even Kawhi Leonard said a few weeks ago after a post game, how he's going to get his rhythm back is to start playing more games. Not him sitting out from back-to-backs and all this other stuff that the Clippers want him to do and minutes restriction. He's never going to get a rhythm like that. They're never going to get to where they need to be that way. And they're not going to get that way. They're not going to get nothing out of John Wall if they keep him on that same trend. Because John Wall is like the freshest player on there. He didn't even play last season for the Houston Rockets, even though he was on the roster. So John Wall is fresh. John Wall should be out there hooping all day long. You know what I'm saying? Because he has more energy and fresher legs than everybody on the team. So it's like, I don't know what the Clippers' game plan is. I really don't care. As long as it gets better. Because if it doesn't, like I said, if they thought the bubble was an embarrassment, if they failed this year, it's going to be even worse. And I know if they fail this year, that team is not going to be the same. Whether Kawhi and or PG is not there, that's a very huge possibility, especially along with the other role players like Reggie Jackson, players like that, which some people may not care because some people think Reggie Jackson should be, benched by now or traded along with Marcus Morris. I'd say keep Reggie Jackson maybe, but Marcus Morris definitely got to go to me. I just think his time is long overdue with the Clippers, and I think the Clippers definitely need to, run its course. They definitely need need to, make provisions on that, and get rid of that old baggage. Because the way it looks right now, it just looks like, he's not really going to ever be the $60 million man consistency they paid him to be. And on top of that, you got Robert Covington sitting on the bench, who is a way better version of Marcus Morris and is better than Marcus Morris to me at this point in his career. And he serves more value than Marcus Morris. He plays better defense. He can knock down threes like Marcus Morris. And even when he's not knocking down threes, as I said, his defense is so good because he's a Swiss Army knife to me. He's very valuable even when he's not even scoring, because his defense is really that good. And like I said, they went and got him and got Norman Powell. So I don't understand why, Robert Rocco is not playing. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really want them to trade him. I want them to keep him and just use the damn guy, because he can make life a lot easier for a lot of other players, because he's so good defensively and he can switch from 1 to 5 just like Nicholas Batum can. But Nicholas Batum is getting older, so having a younger Nicholas Batum and Robert Covington makes more sense to me. So why not go with that? I mean, if it's the better option, you see what I'm saying? And that's why I said Ty Lue is just screwing up, and he's going to screw this team out of a championship if he keeps going the way he is. He's not going to have Kawhi or PG possibly. They might walk, and it's just a whole lot can go wrong with this team if they don't make provisions here soon. Because right now, I can tell you, they just don't look like they don't even look like a contending playoff team. They look like a team that might make it to the play-in tournament or something like that, and then it's a wrap for them. You know what I'm saying? Almost like it was last year. That's the way they look right now. You know what I'm saying? But of course, time, things change, stuff like that. We have to see. But right now, I'm just not impressed at all what I'm seeing. And they do look hopeless as a team, because they look like they have nowhere to turn. They look like they have no other options. You know what I'm saying? If PG comes back and, if Kawhi Leonard is there healthy, them out there together, it doesn't really matter, because they're just playing off of talent. They don't really have no chemistry. Both of them are supremely talented. Both of them can score. Both of them can put up points. Both of them can play defense. But it's just singly individual efforts. It's almost like when Kevin Durant was with the OKC Thunder. Him and Russell Westbrook were overly talented, but the reason why they never won a championship, because they never really had the chemistry of two players that really gelled. They just played well together individually. Like one had 40, the other one had 38. I mean, like they were just winning off of their talent. And when you win off of talent, you can only win but so much like that. You don't win championships that way. You win championships off of chemistry and everybody knowing their role, and the role players playing at a high level, and the two best players feeding off each other when the time comes, which is the playoffs. So, I mean, the Clippers definitely need to start getting some things right here soon, because if they don't, hopelessness and laziness won't be the word for them. It'll be the only word that they'll be, cemented to or locked in with is over, because that will be their season is over if they don't get this right soon. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath. But we'll see. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check my other videos if you haven't. And hey, till next time.